Charlie. Roll Tide, roll, say it loud. We don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Bama blood in his veins, got that crimson pride. F them trees, yeah, we said it out loud. And I love honeybees, now play it proud. We talking football, basketball, big time recruits. If they ballin' in the South, we lacing up the truth. Hood piano man plays better than three-stroke Charlie. Tougher than nails, smooth, not sorry. Roll Tide, roll, it's in the soul. From Tuscaloosa to the Super Bowl. Wood piano man plays better than three-stroke Charlie.
You better know I do, all day long, all day strong. Welcome to the Long Run. Good morning and welcome to the Long Run, everybody. Hey, I'm your boy. It's me. It's Piano Man in the flesh, live and in living color. That's right. That's right. What's going on with everybody? I hope everyone is having a great morning. I'm about ready to do my little protein shake here and make it happen. Not today, today is today is Talk Back Tuesday, and today, from here on out for the rest of the week. Today, this is y'all's week. I kind of constructed it to where the audience or the waiting congregation, it is centered around you all, because without you all, there's no us. There's no gumbo chefs. We try to make things happen, and but we can't make it happen without you. So today is Talk Back Thursday. Talk Back Thursday. Talk Back Tuesday. I'm trying to rush ahead to Truthful Thursday, but Talk Back Tuesday. Yesterday we're trying to make it make sense and everything, and so we just gonna try to just make things happen. And but on Talk Back Tuesday, got a couple things we want to run by you and everything in this first show. And then what we don't run by you in the first part of the show, we guarantee you that we're going to get it to you on the second part of the show. And this afternoon. Now, on the second part of the show, I will be back on at 4 p.m. Yeah, I'll be back on at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to go from there. And then once we do that, we're going to be, we're going to be on a tight schedule. But once we get out of here, we got to get out of here and then head straight to church. So I'm going to be doing double duty today. And but let me tell you something. We're gonna make it happen. Okay. Now listen. Let me tell you this for all my Alabama fans out there: 11 days and a-day drop. 8-day drops, and then we got 159 days. Stephen Hicks, we got 159 days, and then we have Liftoff. Right. So we're just glad to be here on the day. But y'all know how Piano Man does it. Piano Man doesn't do anything first until he goes over to the chat. And the first person I see is my boy, William Bryant. What's up, William Bryant? Good morning and Roll Tide. And good morning, Bishop, one of the gumbo chefs. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. No. That's the Boomer Sooner, forged forward only by fire. That's good morning, Bishop. Good to see you, my man. Hey, good Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy. Good morning and Roll Tide to you. DSGB84. What the business here, player? What's up with you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. And I see Stephen Hicks. Let me see what's happening here. Who else is up here? William Bryan, there's the Bishop, Stephen Hicks. I see me, Piano Man, and I think, got to do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a twofold thing. Coming to the stage at this time, it's forged by fire, forward only. Mr. Boomer Sooner himself is the Bishop, along with Mr. Bishop, and
Lady Latoya. Yeah.
oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Lady Latoya, we done made it. We stars now. Mr. Piano Man has recognized us.
Yeah. They have their dual theme song. When he comes on and she comes on at the same time, they get introduced together like these two were joined at the hip, y'all. Lady Latoya, what the business is, Latoya? Good morning, Bishop. How you doing, sir?
Oh man, it's great to be alive, you guys.
Yes, it is. It's a great time. It's a great time to be alive. Hey, good morning, Ken, the Bama fan. Roll Tide, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Now we made it to the top of the hill. Let's go back down to the bottom. Yeah. See, these guys. Listen, Stephen Hicks, William Bryant,
Steven. Yeah.
DSG. Look at them over here in the chat cutting up, talking about some ooh-wee. Lord have mercy. Here goes DSGB, my brother out of Georgia, representing them.
Yeah, look. Now you starting the stuff. Got to be starting something. Got to be starting something.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Good morning, represent them dogs out of Georgia. I know what he's talking about. I know exactly what he's talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, good morning, Zach. Good morning. Wait a minute. Hold up here. Wait a minute. Oh, she's here, folks. She's here.
The
one. What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It's the one. It's the only. Well, she can get this too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all the ladies gonna get that right there. It's the one. It's the only. It's Double A. What's up, Double A? What the business is? You know. Quit playing girl and act like you know. Don't have me come over there and tell you a thing or two. You know, you know what? Everybody's equal opportunity with me, Bishop, including the ladies. especially the ladies. That's right. Yes, sir. Good morning, Dino. What's up, man? What's up with you? What's up? What's up? Roll Tide, Dino. What up, player? Yeah, Zach. Good to see you again. Dino, good to see you. Stephen Hicks and the Voices of No Mercy. Stephen Hicks. Wait a minute, Stephen. I was listening to another show. I'm almost willing to guarantee you that they watch our show or they ran across it somewhere, because this is what someone on the show said. They said, well, we wish you nothing but the absolute worst. I said,
hey, your trademark is out there.
All right. Okay, Zach, cool. Zach. Okay, Zach. Okay, Marty from Arkansas. Okay, y'all. Marty from Arkansas is a brother that he calls into the Ryan Fowler show ever so often. Staunch Bama fan, and so I hope to see you all. And we're gonna have a good time. So look me up, Zach. We're still gonna meet at the statues at 10 a.m. on the 11th. The good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We'll see you then. So I hope to meet Marty from Arkansas. Good brother. Wait a minute. Here we go. Somebody else is here. We got to do this. Got to find it. Oh, Migo, where are you? Where are you? Hold it. I know you're in here. That it.
Oh my God.
Y'all know who that is. She's here. She sneaked on in on us. Good morning, Gwen.
Yeah.
What the business is, Gwen?
That's the queen. Girl.
That's her.
My queen.
That's her. Yeah, Lord, look here.
Yeah, got you.
Yeah, that's it right there. Enough said.
Hey, family, do me a favor. Throw some love in the chat because Piano Man, hey, he's been doing his thing for real. And we just need to show some love and hit the like button. How you at it?
Please, please, and thank you. Thank you. What's up, Dwight? Bino, my GM, Dwight, my producer. Tootsie Roll and Taco. Now, Stephen Hicks, now hold up now.
Hey, Tonto, jump on it.
No, wait. Keep us out there. Jump on it. Yeah, buddy. Roll Tide. Man, I am looking forward to the 11th. You know, I hope and pray that everybody will be able to come and everything. Man, we're going to have a good time. And I just want to meet everybody. And Bishop, before we get started, I want to say something about that and everything. The first time I went to a day in you know, under a circumstance sort of like this, you know, meeting people and things like that. To a certain degree, it didn't quite turn out the way that I wanted it to, or that I thought it was going to. And so now that I'm sitting in this position and everything, Bishop, I want everyone to have a great experience. That's what I want. I want everybody to have a great experience. That's hanging out with Piano Man and everything. And I hope that you know, all of us come together, those that are there, you know, and it ain't got to be just a Piano Man thing, because I don't roll like that. I'm for everybody. You see what I'm saying, Bishop? And so if we all there and we all support one another, why can't we all just hang out together? That's how I see it. Now, this particular year at A-Day, the premium places are not going to be open. So that means Piano Man won't be separated from you. So we can all sit down and watch the game together. That's how I see it. And so if you all are good enough, now watch this, and Bishop, I want everybody to hear me say this. If everybody on here that's coming to A-Day is good enough to come on this I'm gonna leave that right there so everybody can see now. If everybody, Bishop, is good enough to come on this chat, Piano Man is good enough to hang out with you. That's
Amen.
That's how I see it.
Hey, you better keep that bail money available.
So now that we see that we have a bail bonds, let the good time roll. All right, Latoya, we can go for what we know now.
Stephen Hicks
to come to the rescue, folks. We can go for what we know. Double A, because Stephen Hicks said he got bail money. Oh boy. So with that being said, so I just want y'all to know, whomever's coming to A-Day, we said we were going to meet. Let's do it and let's hang out. Let's do the doggone thing. So Bishop,
right, it's a Nick Saban statue, right? Y'all gonna meet?
Nick Saban statue. That's where we're meeting. Yep. We're meeting under the GOAT. We're meeting under the GOAT statue. And so, so with that being said, Bishop, let's get it.
Awesome.
Let's get it. Bishop, we're gonna start with we're gonna have a little fun, but it's also a serious thing as well. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen two grown men feuding with each other?
Feuding?
Just beefing.
Yeah.
I mean, just two grown men.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
And it's an unfortunate situation, right?
Yeah.
Well, Bishop, let me say something to you, man. Let the brother man tell you this. If anybody hadn't have been paying attention, two successful, after you and I had a conversation yesterday,
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
After you and I had a conversation yesterday, I had to think about, hey, good morning, Twister Roll Tide, brother. I
Salute,
had to
salute.
think about the fact that not only are these guys in the particular field of things, but to their own right, they are both successful. And I'm
Correct.
talking about none other than Stephen A. Smith, First Take, Mr. First Take, and Straight Talk podcast, and along with having a feud with none other than Jason
In
Whitlock.
Whitlaw.
Now, Bishop, let me be perfectly honest. I have been watching, and as my pastor would say, can I be honest with you? I've been watching Jason Whitlock. I've been more familiar with Jason Whitlock longer than I have Stephen A.
Okay.
I really have. Now, now when I say that, I didn't say that I like Jason better and I like Stephen less or vice versa. I'm not going to bore your time with that. I'm just saying that I've been familiar longer because of the fact that I can remember when Jason was on the sports reporters on Sunday mornings with the late Dick Schaap. I will watch them then. That's how I really got off into kind of paying attention to the details of sports, watching those guys, Bill Ryan and all of that, and then I would also see Jason Whitlock ever so often along with Woody. I forgot Woody's last name. On with Tony Reale.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying. Now, like Jason, dislike Stephen A. The one thing that you have to admit, they are both successful. Like them or not,
True.
They're both successful.
True.
But here's the thing that I'm not getting. Why the beef? Why can't people settle their differences in private? Why do we take it public? Why take it public? Now, from what I'm getting is that to me, if from where I'm sitting, Jason Whitlock has some issues with Stephen A. And all Stephen A. is doing is firing back on him. That's how I'm seeing it. Now, I believe, Bishop, it's something much, much deeper that's going on. But I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be done with it, and I'm gonna let you address it or however you want to take it, Bishop. But it is totally unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. I think, you know what? I think so too. Now, P, they do that to keep the ratings up. That's all.
Yeah.
I can see that. But in Jason Whitlock's case, what ratings? What ratings?
You're just trying to, well.
Go ahead, Bishop.
No. What I was going to say is like, in this day and age, the family, let's just be honest, a lot of times certain things are done for relevancy for certain individuals. Not only that, some of it has to do with vendettas and some things that people tend to try to put in a specific light, but actually is coming from actual feelings versus the light. And when you do that, that's called manipulation. And so oftentimes something is kept that should just be a one-time thing. Hey, we have a disagreement. okay, we can agree to disagree. But when one person stays on that topic, then that means that person is bitter. So therefore, that's a soul wound that's shining through on his side, and he took it personal. And so, with that said, you always can see the truth in it, because one will just let it die down and go on about his business, and somebody always have to bring it back up. At that point, you have to ask yourself, well, why are you bringing it back up? You know, it had its moment. You two said your piece and move on. We know you don't no, you know, you don't care for one another, but to bring it back up, then all of it suddenly becomes the motives. And when I look at it, it starts making you wonder, like, wait a minute, you bringing it back up? That's old news. So if you're bringing it back up, what's your beef?
Yeah.
And are you coming out of the? Are you strange fire? Are you real fire? It just and a lot of times when hurt people are hurt, they hurt other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You know what, Bishop? The most dangerous animal in the forest is a wounded one.
absolutely,
The
absolutely.
most dangerous animal, the most dangerous, and I'll just say this: the most dangerous snake in the den is the wounded snake. You know, it's the wounded one. For whatever the reason, and Double A, good point, because I've seen this happen on numerous occasions with Jason Whitlock. It's like he has this tendency. Now, if you ask him, that's not what he's doing.
Right.
But when you're sitting back where we're sitting, where I'm sitting, you're throwing shade on people of color who are successful. You know, on your folks who are successful. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I ain't gonna spend a lot of time on it, but I just find it interesting that when I'm on my iPad and everything, my tablet, all that good stuff, Bishop, and I go to and I Google in something and everything, Bishop, that's the first thing that pops up. Something new comes up every day with this particular feud. Bishop, at what point does it stop?
Truly, if one is in this instant, it might be what's keeping that individual relevant.
Wow.
And everybody, keeping up something that they know by this time, it's like everybody's like, come on, man, let that go. You done said your piece. It's been enough time. If you're keeping it up, then you're the one that you're the one that's provoking it, but yet you're saying you're of certain substance. I don't know, man. This seems like he's going through his fire test out in the open, and he's it has to do with something he can't quite let go, and it's like he's on a mission in strange fire to say that he's doing it in the name of the Lord when no. Last time we remember when we were talking, he said to put down your rewards and your blessings, and if you have an art with your brother, go make it right before receiving your rewards or planting your seeds. It's in the Bible. So what is he really trying to get accomplished then? Ask yourself.
And so
you guys are excellent human beings. You can see through that tapestry. Something ain't right if you keep going back to the well.
I mean, and I'm gonna tell you like this, Bishop. And the water you drawing from the well is bitter water.
There you go.
You drawing bitterness. So, but before we go further, Bishop, she's here. She's here, Bishop.
Yes.
She's here. Watch this.
Give me a hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's here, Bishop. She sneaked in on us. She came in like Jody. She came in the back door. It's the one. It's the only. It's the GOAT. It's Linda P.
Linda P.
It's Linda P. It's Linda P, y'all. What the business is, Linda P? Oh, you know what the business is, girl. Don't have me to find you and remind you what the business is. You know, quit playing. Quit playing, girl. And like
Linda P.
Yeah, buddy. That's Linda P. But good to see you, Linda P. Roll Tide to you. But at some point, and wait a minute, I just saw something. Jason, here you go. This is what Double A said. Jason is a male Candace. To me, Double A, he's worse than Candace. He's worse. He is like he's doing everything he can do to discredit this guy. Now, granted, Stephen A. does and says things that rubs everybody the wrong way sometimes. But we all know that, but what you can't take away from it, and I was sharing with Bishop on a call yesterday, is that, and that's this here. Stephen A. is very professional. Stephen A. is very smart. He's very articulate. I'm talking about Stephen A. used words, Bishop, that I have to go to a thesaurus and find them.
That's you.
Stephen A. is a walking thesaurus. He's a walking dictionary. He is a true writer. He's a true journalist. He is as true as they come. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. Jason is not that. He's a journalist, yes, but he is not like Stephen A. So I'm just going to say this, fellas. I wish that the beef would stop. It has gotten old. But like Bino said, clicks and views. Like Jeff Stapleton said, good morning, Jeff. Roll Tide to you, brother. And like Jeff Stapleton said, clicks and views. Like Stephen Hicks said, beefing for a click. Beefing for a click. It's crazy. And it's like two little kids fussing over who's going to get the swing in the merry-go-round at the playground. They're fussing, Bishop. I mean, I don't know, but and Bishop, can we say something else? Can we take that a little step further?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've even seen it here on podcasting. You know I was gonna go there.
Yeah, I knew where you were rolling to.
And I've seen it here on podcasting. Oh, Jeff Stapleton. Now, Jeff, I'm gonna put this on this screen, but you being messy, Jeff. You really being messy, Jeff. I was trying, Jeff. I was trying not to go there, but since you went there, I'm gonna hang out with you, player, and stand with you. This is what I think part of the problem is about establishment. Who's established and who's not? And in the words of Coach Sean, and Coach Sean, if you listening, bro, you owe me a phone call, sir, before me and you have a public beef. No, I'm just picking at you, bro. I'm just picking at me. Coach Sean, my bro. That's my dude there. But in the words of Coach Sean, the proof is in the details. You can say Stephen A. and you ain't got to say nothing else. You say Jason Whitlock, you got to say who? You know. But anyway, but I've seen, and I'm just, and Bino, I promise you, Bino, I'm not going down the rabbit hole. I'm just gonna go by the rabbit hole and keep it moving. I've seen it on podcasts, and as far as I'm going with that, I'm not going down the rabbit hole.
Oh, wait.
Leave that alone, because down that rabbit hole lies a rattlesnake. I'm telling you now.
I will say this: if I could be so authentic and so true, in this day and age, there's already enough negative. The bottom line is we all now, Bishop. It's time to let. I'm finna throw it down. Throw the gauntlet down. We all come from the same dirt. When he blew into the dirt, he didn't say, "I'm thinking of my black family. I'm thinking of my white family. I'm thinking of my purple family. I'm thinking of my red family." He was thinking of us as a family, a united front. So when he blew into the dirt, he wanted a family. And it just so happened we come in many different shades, but we're all brothers and sisters. So ask yourself, when you know the truth shall set you free. So what are you really fighting about?
Yeah. How my producer said, how big is the rabbit hole? Kind of big there, bro.
No, kind of big there. Kind of big.
Well,
it was all a dream. I used to read that magazine.
You ain't no telling what ain't no telling what all you find down that rabbit hole. Now, Bishop, she's here. Somebody else just arrived, Bishop. You know,
she's a bad man, Gemma.
Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. But she is bad. She is bad. But guess what? Here we go.
Can you dig that, sucker?
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Y'all know who it is. What's up, Carla Hinton? What the business
is?
You know, Carla Hinton, quit playing and act like you know, girl. Look here. Don't have me come over there. Me and your husband already discussed this. He said, Piano Man, anytime you need to come on over, come on through. You got my permission. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
On the way, Carla. If you don't act like you know what the business is, you're going to get a knock on the door. That's right. What's up, Carla Hinton? Roll Tide. Ja'Cory, the newlywed, is in the house.
Snap.
Every time you come on here, and listen, when you get to your first anniversary, we're going to keep saying the newlywed until you get to your first year anniversary and everything. And even still, I'm still might call you the newlywed, bro. What's up, Ja'Cory? Roll Tide, bro. Roll Tide.
Salute to you.
God, salute to you and your lovely wife, Ja'Cory, and your wife, bro.
Yeah.
And your wife. Good to see you. Tell your wife, and I hope if your wife ain't a Bama fan, we understand that. But salute to you and your wife. Good to see you, man. Roll Tide. But back to what you were saying, Bishop. At some point, this has got to stop.
What? Come on, you guys have been the gumbo family. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah. We're all unique, and if we're made from dirt, what particles are in the dirt? There's some stuff there's some flawness in it, but that's why we're being forged by fire daily, moment by moment. We all, and understand, if you speak at somebody's when they're in their testing process, you're going to become a part of their test.
That's it.
When you didn't have to be, you could have just let it lie. But hey, that's all right. He'll get the end result. He's going to get his glory.
And Bishop,
and that's what Bishop going to say.
And Bishop, you know, when I say this, we're gonna be good. We're gonna move on with something
Yep.
else. Cause we can stay on this. Cause see, we keep hanging around this. Then down that rabbit hole we going, and I ain't intending on going down there.
No. Nobody need to go down no rabbit hole.
Cause it's like what
Because Peter Cottontail's down there, huh?
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Listen. All right, Peter Cottontail. All right, hoppity. Anyway, Bishop, you remember when you talked about it, and we're gonna be done with this. That'd be part one of subject one off the list this morning, and everything. It's Tell It All Tuesday. Yeah, Tell It All Tuesday. Yeah, but I'm not going down the rabbit hole. I'm telling you that, Dwight. I'm not going down the rabbit hole. Yeah, rabbit holes have snakes close by. Rabbit holes, Stephen, have snakes in them. They in there, bruh. They are in there. Trust me. They took that rabbit hole over. But Bishop, you remember when we were talking about that dirt? You brought up the dirt, right? The dust. Yeah. And you talked about the different kinds of dust. Yeah. And Bishop, you remember we got to talking about there's the sand, there's the clay, there's your black dirt, then there's your brown dirt. There's different types of dirt. There's just different types, and that goes to prove your point that each particular body of dirt, it carries its own particular amount of weight, and it brings something different to the table. And I think that's what with these two men that are beefing, I'm not sure if they both appreciate what's what, but Bishop, the point that I'm making is I appreciate what clay does. I appreciate what sand does. I appreciate what the brown dirt brings. I appreciate what the black dirt does. I appreciate what it all does because it all serves different purposes. In this world of journalism, in this world of broadcasting, in this world of podcasting, everybody has their purpose.
Thanks.
Just because my purpose doesn't look like yours, that don't make you right and me wrong. It makes us different. That's where we get the word diversity from. It makes us different. It doesn't, and it shouldn't make us divided. We should learn to appreciate. We should learn to appreciate. We should learn to appreciate what everybody brings to the table. But where we mess up is that we get selfish in our own eyes. We get conceited in our own eyes. We get the big head in our own eyes. We think that it's all about us. Okay, I ain't going down the rabbit hole. Good morning, Governor. Good morning. Wait a minute. Oh. I got to do this for Governor. Here we go.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yeah, that's the West. He gets the Westbrook. That's Governor. But we, Bishop, Governor, we've got to learn to appreciate what another person brings to the table, because you might not know or not, you might not want to accept this, but you ain't the only pebble on the beach. You're not the only one who likes football. You're not the only one who likes Alabama. You're not the only one.
Ooh.
You're not the only one who likes Oklahoma. Matter of fact, you're not even the oldest one who likes Alabama and who likes Oklahoma. You're not the smartest one.
Can I say something? I ain't mean to interrupt, but
Go ahead.
people say they appreciate other people or they appreciate the things that they get. I'm like, are they only saying that because it sounds nice, or are they judging? appreciation tone on where their accolades are in their own personal lives.
Well,
Well,
it's a little bit of both, Governor.
Yeah, we all do it because you could be in a funk, you appreciating what's going around you, but it sounds a little bit different if you was in a good headspace. The tone,
mm,
tone of voice,
mm,
say I appreciate you is a little bit different when you're in a good headspace. So when you
mm.
fill up your appreciation, I appreciate you is loud and proud. But when you're down and you feeling like everybody's passing you, man, I appreciate you, man, for just helping me out. You didn't have to, but you said it with an attitude, like you really wasn't appreciative. You just still jealousy on the side, but you don't want to sound like that person.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm just saying that people got to learn to get along,
Yeah.
appreciate and accept what they bring to the table. I wish this beef would stop. I don't think it's going away anytime soon, but hey, it is what it is. And so I still like Stephen A. I still like Jason Whitlock. Now I might not see Jason as much because he's not on any of the mainstreams anymore. I forgot where he is, but and then the next thing,
YouTube.
okay, and guess what? I'm not on YouTube unless I'm listening to music or listening to something of I don't think about Jason Whitlock on YouTube. I'm just being honest with you. I catch
Yeah.
Stephen A when I'm on ESPN and everything on First Take, and then he loves covering basketball. He just loves covering sports, but they put him on basketball and this, that, and the third. So, but I wish that this beef would stop. I don't like seeing people beefing like that because that's not cool. And it brings it kind of tarnishes your own name. It tarnishes your brand and everything. So that's why when Piano Man gets on here, I ain't got a beef with nobody. And if people are trying to beef with me about anything and you're wanting me to go public with it, you're gonna be waiting a long time. You're gonna be waiting a long time for that to happen. Because I'm like my mama, Governor, don't cut up in front of company.
Uh, you see, it's not beef. It's just humor to
Yeah.
what has been done upon you.
Mm-hmm.
What has been done to you and others. Now it's just humor because it's funny. What goes around comes around. That's what they say.
I just about
What they
boy,
said.
Governor, you right in the pocket.
Yeah. We'll
It's
go
just
around and come around.
And not only that, be careful. Who you see going up is the same person you're gonna see coming down.
a lot
Yep.
faster than going up.
Yeah.
And so I'm just saying that this beef it needs to stop. And I doubt if it does, because like we said, if it's bringing clicks and views, then keep it going. That's what they want to do. But I'm not about clicks and views like that. I don't think it ain't even about all that and everything.
But that's enough of that.
Enough of that. They're
Now
gonna
I'm ready to get into the gun battle.
But now, Jeff, I don't want to discuss Trinidad Champions. We can discuss that. That's old business. NFL, NCAA, and granted it to him. But if you go back and you look,
Took long enough.
they granted it to him, but they didn't grant what's his name?
Isn't that North Carolina the kid?
No, Owen Heineke.
The guy out of Tennessee. Is it
Oh
Aguilar?
yeah.
They didn't
Aguilar.
grant Aguilar. They granted Trinidad. It was somebody else. See, this is going to be an ongoing thing, Jeff.
Well, our boy Owen Heineke, he played 15 minutes of lacrosse. 15 in those times that you're beating a team that you're well versed in. He did 3 games, 15 minutes total, and they're counting that as a season.
Yeah, and so it's a lot.
So
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But Trinidad, he
so
it
that
happened.
means that Mississippi, University of Mississippi will have their quarterback.
They're gonna have the
'Cause-
quarterback, and what's his
yeah, because he's
name?
not going to LSU.
No, he didn't go. And what's his name? Didn't go to LSU either. He went to Missouri.
Yeah.
Is it Austin Simmons? Yeah,
Yeah.
he ended up going to Missouri. So no harm, no foul. But I will say this though, Jeff. If you really want some news about that, guess who? Oh, well, and I sort of discussed it. Ole Miss picked up Deuce Knight.
No.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. See, these teams. See, hey, what's up, Coach Carl? I saw you in the man. You need to be on, bro. But it was yeah, yeah. So Jeff, that Trinidad thing, it was the equivalent of the Nico Amalieva thing, opposite.
Yeah.
It was just kind of switched around. But but since we're talking about that, since we're talking about college football, something major happened yesterday. Major to me. Why? Because the one, the only, Gus Malzahn, Jeff, has been added to the College Football Playoff Committee, Governor. Gus, good old Gus Malzahn has been added to the College Football Playoff Committee.
Yep.
Yeah, Stephen, the Gus bus has left Auburn. The Gus bus left Auburn, went to Central Florida, left Central Florida, went to Florida State,
Yep.
left Florida State, and now he's on the College Football Playoff Committee, the Gus bus. Now, why am I talking about that?
Why are you?
Who has given Alabama the most fits?
Good.
Wow.
Gus.
He went there.
Gus. Yeah, Jeff. I knew that get Jeff's attention. Wait a minute. Everybody, Bishop, everybody love Ebony's here. Good morning. We got to find Dwight. We got to find a theme song for her. We got to find her walk-up music. So when she comes on,
Ebony.
so let me see. Okay, I'll do hers. Let me see.
Welcome to the flow.
Well, you know what? I'll just do this right here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we just give you that one for right now, Ebony. But you're gonna have some walk-up music here in a minute. All right, Ebony. But good morning and roll tide. Yes, Jeff, I'm serious. Gus Malzahn is now on the College Football Playoff Committee.
Wow.
He's there, Governor. He's there, Bishop. Now, I know that they all sit up there and say it's not going to make any difference in this and that and the third. And we said that we were wanting coaches who have coached the game, and they are pretty much well versed into everything that they do, and so forth and so on. But let me ask this question, and Governor, I'm going to start with you before I go to Bishop, because I want to get Bishop's take on this from a coaching perspective. How does this look, Governor? Here's a man from who's done everything but win a natty. But this is a man who also was a nemesis to Alabama. Let's just come on down to to his lowest common denominator. Well, how do you think his presence on this committee is going to go? How, what difference will it make, Governor?
First I would ask. Okay, did he just pull up a chair, or did somebody leave from the table and he replaced that person?
I don't know if he replaced anybody. I have not heard. All I know is breaking news yesterday was Gus Malzahn
Was added.
was added.
It's got a lot of questions. Like, did you apply for this job? Like, did you just
Oh,
give me?
they added them.
That's just crazy. But hey, whatever floats their boat. I would say, on the grand scheme, in hindsight, all teams from the SEC need to be paying attention. Your season is on the line if you lose one game.
Say that.
All teams in the SEC, particularly the what do they say? The higher teams in the conference, the top tiers, y'all need to be careful if you lose one game in the season. That's really what I got to say on that one. I don't trust it, but hey, if he can go in there with the actual clear mind, a non-biased mind, or whatever, when it comes to particular teams, that's different. But I can't trust any one of them because none of their criteria has been consistent per year. Maybe on certain things, but not everything. Not what's really important. But
Yeah.
at this point in time, it is what it is. Take care one game at a time, man. Y'all just got to go one game at a time.
And wait a minute. I heard that before. That young, brilliant man, Bishop, had said something of that because the way they got it situated, in order to go through your gauntlet, you ain't got no choice. There's no room for error. Because remember, it might be 8 teams fighting for 6 spots. Somebody gonna be mad.
9-3, Bishop.
Facts. We had Coach Hayes and myself, and we were talking about that last night, and we start walking it out, and we first we looked at Notre Dame. Yeah, they forget that if they are guaranteed in, because if you look at their schedule, it just says it all right there. So that's one spot. You got 2 FCS, even though we feel that they should have their own national championship. They got the another 2 spots, so that's 3 spots gone. And then you have the ACC. Oh yeah, right. Duke won the ACC last year, but didn't get in because they didn't have the strength of schedule. But that's another spot. And then the Big 12 gets another spot. How many spots are left?
What did you say? 8? 6?
It's you got Big 12 1, ACC champion 2, you got Notre Dame 3, and you got the 2 FCS schools.
Oh, 2 of them.
Yeah.
Damn, we only got 7 spots left.
Yep.
Like you said yesterday, Bishop, we were discussing this.
Mm-hmm.
When you already fill in your conference champions, namely the Big Ten, the SEC, possibly the ACC. depending upon who it is,
Right. Correct.
and your Big 12, depending on who it is.
Yeah, who it is.
Coupled with, that's 4, then coupled with Notre Dame, that's already in, making sure they're in the top 12 there. That's 5. Then don't you have your 2 at large, but like your FCS, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
That's 7. That's just gonna leave you with 5 spots left.
Thank you.
Really,
That's what I'm saying.
really only have 4 because they might just put 3 to 4 Big 10 schools in there.
Okay. Now Governor's picking up what we ended up coming to.
Because you see, if there is, let's just say for instance, let's just say for instance, in the SEC, let's say for instance, I've used a scenario yesterday that Oklahoma wins the SEC. In the Big Ten, let's just say Oregon wins that in the Big Ten. In the ACC, let's just say Clemson, or let's say Miami wins that one. And then in your Big 12, let's say BYU wins. No. Let's say Colorado wins.
Yeah, that's what we have said.
That's what we had said. Let's just say, for instance, those 4 go. They're in regardless. Those are your conferences. And let's just say Notre Dame is.
That's so wrong.
They're all, because they're in the 12, they're automatically in.
But you got to be a high seed though, because Duke wasn't a high seed. That's the reason why they weren't in.
Thank you.
But when you're talking conference,
go ahead, Pete. I know where you're going. Go.
But if you're talking conference champion under a normal circumstance, if you're talking conference champion of those Big 4, they're going to go. If you're going to talk a normal circumstance, they're going to go. That conference champion is going to go. Now, plus Notre Dame. Now, where to me, where it gets thrown off is when you got 2 FCS teams. That's why, Governor, you made a statement a couple of weeks ago, and I went back and sort of looked up something. When you get to dealing with teams like Navy, Army,
James Madison,
the James Madisons.
Yeah.
When you go and look their conferences up, folks, for the most part, guys are actually sleep on those conferences. They're actually sleep on them. I went and looked up because when Governor said something about how who's going to benefit from being, just sort of paraphrasing, who's going to benefit from good players coming to their squads will be some of your lower conferences. And we ain't talking about
Tulane.
We're talking about the Tulanes, the Memphises.
Yep.
Those schools like that, the University of Southern Mississippi's, those schools like that, watch them. Because when I went and looked, Governor, after you made that statement, I went and looked it up all the way up until like the last week of last year. Tulane, that American Conference, Memphis, Navy, those schools were all in it all the way up to the last
week of the season.
To the last week. While we're sitting, okay, here's the point that I'm making. From our guesstimation, we sit back and say, well, they don't play the schedules that we play. That's not their fault. A win is a win. See, don't we say a win is a win? They look at it that way too. And guess who else looks at it that way? The voters. The voters. They
That's
look at it that way.
it's
The voters.
no.
And for the longest time, nobody paid attention to those guys. And they sneaked up, and then bam, they were in. Two of them were in.
You know what's crazy? We say, not we're just talking the FBS schools, right?
Uh-huh.
We hate that I don't want to use the word hate, but we are confused or frustrated with them getting in 2 slots for playing in their conference, and they shouldn't get in. But if these FBS teams knock out, like, say, a number one team in the nation, we praising the hell out of them.
Dang. You did it, Governor.
Right? You hate to say, but
Pay
then
attention to them. Don't sleep on them. Now, TCU, Stephen, TCU is Big 12, right?
Right.
Yeah. See, they're not FCS. They're actually in a conference. They're in part of the Big Four. They're there.
And SMU is ACC.
SMU is ACC.
So another thing is, since we praise them when they beat the top ranked schools, because that top ranked school is going to drop for losing to FBS. So we no longer can say cupcake games is because.
Fine. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get at. That's exactly.
So then I might just schedule me nothing but cupcake games because I'm going to have an undefeated season so I can get in.
I mean, better start paying attention to them. That's all I can say. Better pay attention to those Memphises and those guys. And I'm gonna tell you another conference you better pay attention to: the Sun Belt. Pay attention to the Sun Belt.
Because see, the thing about it is, 2 of the spots are predicated to those that come out of those conferences. As long as they went out their conferences, they're in the playoffs. So those 2 spots are given.
So that's still wild, though, Bishop, because if whoever wins out of their conferences, they're in. But if you win in the Big Four conference and your record is low, you don't get in. I'm confused.
Hey, why you think? Why you think? Remember when Bishop said that a while back, and I brought this up for people to wake up to where it's not. When we say 12, they can say 12, but we know the truth. When you start putting everything that's been set forth by the committee, by those who have went ahead and came up with some bylaws to make sure they make it in or they include it, you start seeing the spots get taken up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that people are understanding what the SEC is walking themselves into. Y'all are really the only conference that you have to win every single game to stay relevant in the playoff conversation.
That's what I was waiting for somebody to pick up on. You cannot afford, because the way it's situated, you can easily lose something. Let's say, hey, Oklahoma goes 9-3. Somebody else goes 10-2. The 2 that play for the SEC conferences, they go 10-2, but one loses that game. Are you telling me now they might be on the bubble? Because it happened last year. That it was easily could have been construed to get Notre Dame in, but they decided to do right, and they put Miami in. Now, ask yourself, if they would have stayed the status quo that they've been doing, and now they have already put a stipulation, so we now know Notre Dame is in. Ask yourself, if that scenario holds true again, what's going to happen?
That's crazy because if say 6 teams are 9-3 going into the SEC championship game, the 2 teams in there shouldn't get penalized if they win or lose.
Correct. I agree. Now, ask yourself though, the way they have it set up, and they see this is what's so crazy, and this does it chaps my hide is that you keep saying strength of schedule, but not all strength of schedules are equal.
But because if the Big Ten has 2 10-2 teams going into the title game or their conference championship game, you
They're both getting in.
can't penalize them either. So it's like, so who's really going to be this conference that's going to be wiped out the most? Clearly, it's going to be us because we have the most ranked team coming into the season. Everything is not set up the same. We are
Thank you.
that is going
Thank you.
game.
That's my whole premise when I brought this up a while back, is to help people understand the truth of the situation is that because of Sankey's move to take us to 9 games, not have a second bye, and everybody going for that pound of flesh, there's going to be a lot of teams catch some L's because they're going against each and every week, and they might not be at full strength, but that's the rules of engagement to be in the SEC. We know that, but the bottom line is you still got to make it through your season just to get to the end to get in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're playing 10 SEC games because you got to include the SEC championship. That's 10 SEC games.
Bingo.
That's 10.
Bingo.
10 SEC games with 1 bye. It's crazy. Crazy work. Crazy.
Hey, thank you, Governor. That's what I was talking about right there. With one
goes back to
bye.
like what I said though, where the Big Ten is going to be saying the same thing.
Yeah,
the Big Ten, like they have an argument, yes, because
they're going to have an argument.
Don't have an argument because
but where the problem is going to come in, though, I'm seeing what y'all are saying too, but I've been saying it. I said it all year last year. When you go and wait on the first official poll to come out, and you go and begin to look at Oklahoma's schedule or Alabama's schedule, when you go and look at how many SEC teams are in the top 25 versus what the Big Ten plays, how many top 25 teams the Big Ten actually has in it. That's where the argument stops.
Yeah, it doesn't compute.
It doesn't compute. It doesn't even compare. Because I said it last year. Out of 25 teams, Governor, how many did the SEC have? 11 in the top 25. 11 of those teams came out of the SEC, and Alabama played 9 of them.
So this is what you're telling me. Are you telling me that if Ohio State and Oregon or Michigan, Penn State, Indiana is in the Big Ten Conference Championship against like a Northwestern, those teams that I mentioned win, can I make the argument that the Big Ten champions, say Ohio State's facing Northwestern, right? Ohio State wins. Can I say that no other big team is going to make it in? Y'all don't have a chance to make it in. That's just my point of view right now. Hold on.
No, run it. You good.
The rest of y'all teams shouldn't make it in because you can't say that you're worthy to be in the playoffs when you wasn't even in the Big Ten championship.
And your strength of schedule doesn't add up.
Exactly. So it's like, how can I put y'all in if y'all wasn't in?
But do they do it?
No.
But the end result is what Coach Carl said. The Big Ten has been the best for 3 years in a row.
So they get the benefit of the doubt.
Big Ten has been the best 3 years in a row, and 2 of those championships might have an asterisk next to it. That's crazy.
So
The crazy work is that if you really want to be honest, we should have our own pull out and have our own national title. Because as with the top 11 of the SEC in the top 25, documentation beat conversation. We're knocking each other off. So by the time we get there, there's a chance that, 10-2, 9-3, and you don't get in. But your strength of schedule says different.
Or
so I'm wondering how Gus Malzahn is his presence because we see that Chris Alt, Jeff Long, and David Saylor all had expired terms within this college football playoff committee. Their terms expired. So, so that's how Gus Malzahn got in. But the point that I'm making is because he is a former coach. And he knows how this goes. He's been
That's why I said what I said.
A coordinator. He knows how this goes. He knows how
So if you're telling me there's no type of, we're talking about this right now, and I didn't see it yet, so I don't hear no type of big rumblings. So there's no big rumblings about this, right?
Right.
What if it came out breaking news that Nick Saban is a part of the college committee? Do you think?
I believe that the committee, the whole committee, including Malzahn, would resign.
Because there'll be an uproar. Oh, they're trying to do something for Alabama. Whoa. Relax. Because because I can hear it now. Alabama's trying to get forced in because they have Nick Saban on the thing. I say, hold on now, because I can make the argument and say he might want LSU to get in there. He always said that he regret leaving.
Time to be forced by fire.
We're gonna see. I don't think Nick will ever go.
No.
I don't think that would ever happen. But I believe that what's really going to happen is because the NCAA as an entity is a laughing stock now, and they're this tiger with no teeth. I think that you're going to see here in the next little bit, Bishop and Governor, you're going to see a new governing body because of all of the other things that go on within college sports now, not just football, but sports in general. Because of all of this newness, these other things that's going on within it, there has to be a change. And I think that change is on the way because like what Jeff did say is that as far as football goes, since we're just going to keep it there, it has become like the farm league for the NFL. Now, the thing that I do like what they stood on is the fact that unlike basketball, you're one and done. Like the young man out of Arkansas who awesome basketball player. He's gone. He's going pro. He's going. The freshman. He's going. He's going to go. He'll leave and go pro. Whereas in college football, the NFL is not taking them like that. As bad as some of them may want to go, they're not taking them. So you're gonna wait a minute. You're gonna wait, and then you'll go, which I salute them for, because some of those guys, their bodies are not ready, their minds are not even there yet. So I think that what you're going to see here in the next little bit is a new governing body of how all of this is going to go, and that's what I think is about to happen. But going back to what we're talking about, though, I want to know how much difference the presence of a former coach, he was a coordinator and everything, who actually hands on the game. I want to see how much difference his voice of reason is going to have when crunch time comes. When all of this that you all are saying, if it boils down to that, and you have to make the hard decisions of who gets in and who gets out, will there be sane, wisdom-filled decisions made for certain teams? And I think that's where that's going to be the presence of Gus Malzahn. And so, like what somebody on Twitter said yesterday, this man knows how to terrorize Alabama. That's how they took it. That they look at him like a little terrorist. Because if anybody has had Alabama's number, it's been Gus Malzahn. And so he's had it on the field. Let's see if he's going to have Alabama's number off the field. That's the reason I brought it up. And Bishop and I were discussing it, that when Gus Malzahn, and it was someone else that was named to this committee, and so to replace Alt, Long, and Saylor because of expired terms. So we're going to see.
Is Condoleezza Rice still on it?
No, she's off.
She's off.
Because I think that's probably Notre Dame's thorn. Because, didn't she go to Stanford?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you had, what's his name there? Then you had, the guy from Michigan? You had a conglomerate of people, but they're only there for a particular amount of time, and then they have their term expires.
One of my things is why not have players on the committee?
Former players? I don't know.
I don't see why not.
Why not just have, if you got
it can't hurt anything. It can't hurt anything. But I'm just saying that. But when this was announced yesterday that Gus Malzahn was going to be on the College Football Playoff Committee, I said, here we go. I said, this is about to get interesting. So now I am very anxious, guys, to see how this first top, not the way too early. I'm waiting on now, here in the next 2-3 months, the official first polls of the 2026 college football season. I want to see who's first, second, all the way from 1 to 25. I want to see who gets it, and then we'll come back, look at schedules, and then we're going to see how. And at the initial poll, Bishop and Governor, we'll see who plays who, how many top 25 teams are played. Not so many, not so much that they're playing this 8-game schedule, but because of so much that's on the line, who's going to be in the top 25. And then furthermore, I want to see the fine print there, Bishop. I want to see where they say others receiving votes. I want to see who sneaks in from that crowd.
That's for the best thing to happen to Alabama. They better come into this season ranked 16. If they're ranked higher than 12, I have a problem. They better come 16 or 17. There's no slight. Like it's a slight. Take it as a blessing. Come 16 and 17.
Hey, I love it when we are 13 and lower, because that way we play ourselves in.
And you know what, Bishop? And on another note of that, I love to see it when some folks are 10 and higher and they play their way out.
You dirty dog.
11 as hell.
Hey, I'm so glad this so early one. They have us 9. We ain't even played. Did they look at our
Alabama
schedule?
17, man. And like I told you all a couple of weeks ago, and there is another poll that had Alabama 21st.
Hey, bro, I'll
21st.
take
Sure
it.
did.
Take it at 21st. Because after that, after the first 4 games, you might have a chance to get back in if you're ranked 20 something. But if you go in there ranked above 12 and you lose the 2 out of the first 4 games,
Well, you dropping out. You almost dropping out.
bro, because I don't see y'all running the table after that. That's when I say run the table, I'm talking about you winning everything, SEC championship included, just to get in. I don't see that, and that's my team. I just don't believe it. I don't believe y'all gonna run that because your body. The people are like, oh man, you're not a real fan. You should believe. No, I'm looking at the body of work. There's only one bye, y'all. One, and that's in week 5.
Can the church say one? Just one. Just one bye, folks.
You got to buy in week 5. Since when have we ever really thought about having that first bye week as in, oh my God, that's it. That's it. That's all you got. And after that is straight SEC championship. I mean, SEC teams the rest of the season. Week after week after week. Road, home, road, home, road. That's the body of work. Our guys have shown us that they don't have the mental or the physicality to to be consistent. They said they had anxiety, bro. Hello, anxiety.
Well, I want to see, like I'm sitting here looking at Alabama's schedule, Governor and Bishop. I'm just gonna use Alabama for instance. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time, the way it's kind of constructed out of the SEC, I see 5 teams that probably will be top 25. Maybe, and I put a question mark by South Carolina. I put a question mark by there, but Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, LSU, top 25 for real.
Hey,
Actually, South Carolina will be ranked because they're returning a lot of experience, and that's how a lot of the people rank their teams when they do the pre-rankings.
hey, P. I'm not gonna ask Bishop because you're a Bama fan, P. You're looking at this schedule. Look at the schedule. Take your fandom out and just go off of what you saw from this team last year. If you look at our schedule and be honest with yourself.
Uh-huh.
Number of losses that you will see on this schedule this year from what you saw last year, how much would it be?
Wait a minute. Now run that by me again because you kind of faded out there, Governor.
I said, I'm not going to ask Bishop this question. I'm asking
Okay.
you, Bama fan. I said, take your fandom out and everything from what you saw from this team last year, and you look at the Bama schedule this year. How many
Okay.
losses would you say that they can have this year?
How many losses?
Yep. Take your fandom out.
Oh, my fandom's not in. Trust me. Y'all
I'm,
ain't gonna like this what I'm about to say.
I'm gonna give you my number, and then you see if you compare to my number.
Okay, let me give you mine first.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the fandom. I'm taking all fandom out,
Take the fandom out.
and I'm taking analysis in, coupled with the way you frame the question.
Home and away now.
Yeah, I'm gathering up everything.
Okay. Go ahead.
I see 4 easy.
I see 5. I see 5. Easy. I see 5.
I see I see 4.
I see 5.
But if I flip that record over, Governor, I'm about to say something. Let me go here. And I'm just looking at I'm just going to put one particular opponent out there, okay?
Okay.
For Governor, for another opponent, which I'm not going to name, I also see 4 for them.
I see 4 for a lot of teams.
I see 4. I see 4.
4 for a lot of teams right about now.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something. The way this particular team's schedule is set up, they're gonna start off. What's up, Astor World and Mr. P? What's up with you? Good to see y'all. You know, the way this team they'll start off 3-0. But when their first test comes, and they're playing them at home, they could possibly get a loss there. That's 1. Another loss, that's 2.
LSU could
3,
lose.
4. Yeah. For this other team, I can see 4.
I could see LSU losing 4. USU's probably losing 4 to 5. I see Tennessee losing 4. I could see Vanderbilt losing 4. That's 4 teams right.
Can I tell you another team that could lose 4?
See Georgia losing 3 or 4.
I can see Georgia losing 4.
Texas A&M, I could see them losing 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, I could see them losing 3 or 4. I'm telling you, that's 5 teams. They only got 4 spots left, bro. There's only 4 spots left from the SEC to get into the college playoff. And I just named about 5 teams that could lose 3 to 4 or possibly 5 games this season.
And see, some of you all didn't hear how Governor framed the question. First thing he said, take the fandom out. That's the first thing that he said. He put a disclaimer out there. He said, take the fandom out. Number 2, he said, based on what you saw last year. See, you got to listen. You got to listen.
Based on what you saw last year, and you got to understand, when I said last year, those guys ain't coming back this year.
Right. He said, so take what you saw last year and frame the schedule up and tell me what you see. He's not saying that it's going to happen. See, some of y'all jump. No. You don't have to agree. He did say based on last year. I'm just telling you. Okay, anything is possible. Okay, Stephen, I'm going to show you what's possible. I'm going to show you this. Wait a minute.
Could have lost 5 games last season, Stephen.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Anything is possible. You're right. But Bama losing 5 games, that's insanity. Watch this. We did lose to Florida State. We struggled with Missouri. We struggled with South Carolina. We lost to Oklahoma. We lost to Georgia. I just gave you 5 right there.
We should have lost to Vanderbilt.
That's 6.
That's 6 games
that were in the balance. Wait a minute. Let me go back here. We beat Tennessee. Oh, I'm going to tell you something else about the Tennessee game. Had it not been for the Xavier Brown interception,
we were looking bad.
Oh, and don't forget Auburn.
That's 7.
7 that you could have lost.
If Cam Coleman wouldn't have fumbled.
If he hadn't fumbled, I'm calling it for what it is because here we go, folks. We're talking last year now. Let me put that disclaimer out there. We're talking last year. At that Auburn game, Auburn was driving on that last drive. They were driving on our defense. Ashton Daniels was lighting up Alabama. You go look at the stats. He was lighting them up. This is why I also made the statement, too, that even this year, let me go back to the team schedule again. For this year, I am not comfortable even with the Florida State game. Why? Because they have Ashton Daniels. Ashton Daniels did the doggone thing. He did it. Alabama's coming with virtually new folks. So that's why I'm saying, Governor did not say, y'all, that this was going to happen. He said, if you take the fandom out, what possibilities do you see? I took my fandom out. And that's what I saw. Why? Based on what we did last year, we lost to Florida State. We struggled with South Carolina. Georgia did beat us in the SEC championship game. We struggled with Tennessee. We struggled with LSU. And we struggled with Vanderbilt. And we struggled with Auburn.
And maybe you got to tell them the schedule again. Maybe you got to break down the schedule because, like I said, they're getting in their fandom. They're getting in their feelings. Hello. Last year, we knew who the quarterback was. Last year, we became offense coordinator and head coach.
Yeah.
We all know probably crippled this damn team because the defense was carrying it. So now our defense is gone this year, and we got nothing but new guys. We have not to say a rookie, but I would say we have an undecisive who is going to be the quarterback officially on paper. We know who we want to be the quarterback, but at the end of the day, our offensive coordinator is still here. Hello? Did y'all see offense last year? No. We have those problems with a new offensive line and a new quarterback. And y'all telling me 5 games is insanity? Okay.
All I'm saying is I'm not counting out anybody. Like I said, I told you all, and I said it to Bishop. I called Bishop. Bishop will verify what I'm about to say.
Yep.
That when I went to Senior Bowl, I saw the things that I saw. I heard the things that I heard. I can no longer just view football from a fan perspective. I got to be analytical about things as well. When, when I look at the Alabama upcoming schedule, there are no guarantees for nobody. There are no guarantees. Nothing is guaranteed in this schedule. Now, do I want Alabama to win them all? Sure I do. Yes, I do. But don't I tell you all every day? Let's be realistic. Do you really think Kentucky's going to be a cakewalk? Forget it.
I'll tell you.
Forget it.
I'll tell you.
They're not going to be a cakewalk. Florida State, no cakewalk. Sure, they lost Gus Malzahn as the offensive coordinator. Don't mean nothing. Don't mean a thing. Do you think South Carolina has forgotten what happened in Columbia last year? They want to come to Saban Field with, and Governor, Bishop, somebody help me here. Isn't everybody coming back for South Carolina?
Yeah. The third on the deal for retention for the most coming back.
I'm just being realistic. These are their games that are winnable, yeah. But they can also be just as easily lost.
Pete,
Does that make me a fair weather fan? No, it doesn't. It makes me a realistic one.
Well, check this out. If our teams don't run the ball, and if we're going off a premise of last year, and if we don't find a running game, how true is what he's saying?
Just saying.
Was it? My thing is, Pete. You only mentioned the first 4 games.
Yeah,
We
I
haven't.
hadn't even got to Georgia yet.
This is only the first 4 games. Are you
East
serious?
Carolina, Kentucky, Florida State, South Carolina.
Now go to the rest of the
So
schedule.
ask the world. Okay. Hold up. You sure about that? You sure about they will, or do you hope they do? I'm gonna do you the same way I did somebody yesterday. Are you sure? Are you sure?
I bet you said that same thing last year too. You was on pins and needles versus the Vanderbilt game. You was on pins and needles in the South Carolina game. You was on pins
Okay.
and needles
All
with the.
right. Now I am sure. Ask the world. If they lose one of those games, I'm going to remind you of this statement. I told you based on last year, and everybody that you named, they lost to Florida State, and the other 2 teams that you saying, please give us a break. So tell me they didn't struggle with South Carolina. Tell me they didn't struggle with Vanderbilt. Tell me that Vanderbilt didn't beat them the year before. Come on now. Come on. Okay. That's all I got to say, bro. That's all I got to say. That when you say they will beat those other teams, we said that same thing about Florida State last year and got down there and got embarrassed. Anything is possible.
Did you know they ran it 49 rushing attempts with Florida State?
Pavia is gone. So what? You think Pavia was the team by himself? No.
They just pick up a 5-star quarterback
Out of Georgia. They
What?
took him from Georgia.
And guess what?
talking about.
And guess what? Didn't they get let me see, what's the young man's name? Didn't they get Cole Adams out of Alabama?
Mm,
See, who else went to Vanderbilt? Someone else went to Vanderbilt. See, you can dismiss it all you want, but I'm just here to remind us, as the world, do I want to see Bama lose? Y'all can say I do, but I don't. Been a Bama fan too long for that. But what has happened, I'm seeing how the landscape has changed. It has changed. Like it or not, it has changed. And teams around Alabama have gotten progressively better.
Pete, do me a favor. Everybody in the chat, give your way too early predictions, and we're going to hold each other to the fire. And we're going to find out who was able to really see what the truth was. Go ahead and put your totals in.
Thank you, Dwight. That's who went to Vanderbilt too from Alabama, Keanu Colt. Yep. He went. And if you hadn't been paying attention, that's not all Vanderbilt got. Vanderbilt been getting some dogs to go over there. Just Pavia wasn't the only guy.
I think they're only looking at the players. They didn't hear what I said. The same coaches is coming back, bro.
Lee is a dog. That coach is a dog. Y'all can say what you want. He's a problem.
Same offensive coaches are coming back. If you didn't have offense last year with the quarterback that y'all wanted so bad to start over Milrow, now granted, it's not all his fault. It wasn't all Ty's fault. There was a collectively bad group on offense. Our offensive line is gone from last year.
The whole thing.
Hello? Put realization on what y'all talking about. You talk about 9-3. You got to go on the road to Texas A&M. You got to beat an LSU. You got to beat.
We play Texas A&M at home for homecoming.
Okay. Then our wide receiver just go over there?
and Wilkin Formby.
Mm.
It's not like these guys are leaving the conference. They're still in the same conference, y'all. They didn't leave the conference to go to the Big 12 or the ACC. They went in conference to a different school. Go ahead, yo.
I'm just saying, y'all, we're just saying, listen, like Governor said, he said, first of all, take your fandom out. Second of all, based on what you saw last year, he's talking concept, he's talking mindset, he's talking mentality. Based on what you saw, the play calling. No, wait a minute. Hold up.
Hey, how you do that? Governor and P, did y'all realize what you just said?
I know what I'm saying.
You just said that now in the SEC, you can transfer within their conference.
Within the conference.
I know what I said.
Yeah.
I know. I just want people to understand. It used to be a rule. That rule is no more.
Yeah, you had to wait. If you went to your conference, you had to wait a year. That's
a whole year.
These guys are playing with vengeance because they probably got kicked out of the school that they wanted to be in.
Okay, you picked up what I was putting down. Go ahead, Governor.
Curtis.
School that you just kicked out. What do you
Curtis?
They do.
Hold on for a minute, Governor. Curtis, this is what we're saying. When Governor made the statement based on what you saw last year, he was talking about play calling. He was talking about trench play. He was talking about special teams. Special teams. You booing the kicker.
That did happen.
It happened.
Come on.
He said, based on what you saw last year, I'm getting passionate about this because if you going on what you saw last year, now when you take your fandom out, go by what you saw, everything in its totality, what righteously, as my sister would say, righteously, what do you see wins and losses? Ain't no way you're going to tell me 10-2.
10-2. Why do you think these?
Ain't no way you gonna tell me 10-2.
The Joe Klatts of the world, they're basing up, and it's like it's no slight. It's like this is probably the first time I can agree on what they're saying. They're judging you off of what you did last year.
Exactly. That's all they're doing.
On what you're bringing from last year. How many guys are we bringing that started last year to this year? Not many. Not many.
And then they're looking at your coaching changes.
Come on.
They looked at the fact that you don't have Jamarcus Shepard anymore. Yes, we have Derek Nix, but they're looking at that. You don't have Coach Cap anymore on the O-line. Coach, there's the other stuff you don't have. You've had a shuffling. Alabama, and like KT said last week, transitions take time.
They do.
They take time. They literally take time. I'm just saying. So I'm going by what Governor asked the question. I'm staying within the frame of the question. He asked me to take my fandom out. Notice he didn't ask Bishop that. Why? Because Bishop is Oklahoma. He asked me to take my fandom out. He asked me to take my fandom out.
I ain't got no say.
Governor, did I take my fandom out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Governor, did I do everything you asked me to do?
Yep.
And I gave you, and the only difference was his loss total was higher than mine by one.
And let's just be honest. We said we believe in the truth. The truth will set us free. Then what you should be looking at a day is making sure every question that you know came from last year is answered.
Yeah.
And understand what P and Governor are saying. These games are the toss-up that we would say it's a toss-up if we would be doing our deal. Because understand, if you don't answer all questions that you know are lingering from last year, and they go into this year, what games are you concerned that you don't have the right formula of offense, defense, and special teams to complete and win that game? And that it's a toss-up.
My thing is, are you looking at these teams that you're going to win because of the players that we bring in, or just because of that logo? Because people will say logo. We're going to beat Vanderbilt handily because of the logo. We said that 2 years ago. What happened 2 years ago in Vanderbilt?
Shut us down. We couldn't stop that. We could not stop that RPO with an armored truck.
We barely beat Mizzou.
Oh, I forgot about them.
We barely beat Mizzou.
It was that game. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It was that game that got Ty hurt. Changed his whole trajectory.
We barely beat Mizzou. We barely beat South Carolina. We barely beat Auburn. We barely beat Tennessee. And it wasn't because we won because of our offense. It might have been an offensive play at the end of the game. But if our defense wasn't there, we'd got blown out, bro. We'd have got blown out.
And Governor, and look what Jeff said. Same goes for Vandy. 2 pivotal plays, the pick and the sack on Pavia. And at that sack, wasn't it a fumble involved there?
You're telling me defensive plays.
The defense.
Tell me
and
offense.
And Governor, hold up, Governor. And folks were saying fire Womack.
Fire Womack.
Ooh.
Trash, but they're the reasons why we won those games.
Ooh.
Oh no, Ty Simpson threw a touchdown pass against South Carolina to Isaac Horton, the Horton for his 3rd touchdown pass. That was at the end of the game, bro. Who kept us in the game?
The defense.
Defense. They were the reason why we were able to score, because then they forced a fumble for us to get the ball back.
And in the South Carolina game, Bama let them score. Why? Because South Carolina didn't have the defense to get the ball back from Alabama down the stretch. That's how Bama won the game.
For Alabama, they let Alabama score. Yeah, which I thought that was stupid because our kicker was on the verge of
my bad. They let them score. They let Alabama score, that's right. I had it backwards. Yeah, right there.
Like we had freaking the best kicker in college football in that game. No, we had a kicker that just missed the extra point. Like, what are we talking about?
Had a kicker who got down on the snap holder and everything. That's why he got booed.
Like, what are we talking about here, bro?
Wait a minute. Hold up, Governor. Wait a minute. Hold it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Exactly. So all Governor asked me was what he asked me. I answered based on what we saw last year. Now, is that going to happen this year? We don't know. We definitely hope not. Stephen Hicks, I have high hopes. It doesn't matter. Bama is still Bama. Are you sure?
Bama is still Bama. Bama will always be Bama, but don't mean that Bama is the Bama that you want
that you're used to. That's why I'm asking, are you sure?
Which Bama you talking about? This Bama or the Bama that you want to see? Because that's not Bama. Bama's still Bama. What is you talking about? UConn is
saying now. Curtis, Curtis? You forgot about special teams. I didn't.
10-yard punts. You didn't forget. I didn't.
I didn't.
I didn't forget the 10-yard punt. I didn't forget that we can't get a punt return past 20 yards. or a kick return for 20 yards. What?
So, like I said, as I said, Governor framed a question in a specific manner, and I answered it in that specific manner. You know.
Not saying it's gonna happen.
I'm not saying it's going to happen.
Be
He
realistic.
asked me about take my fandom out, which I did. I'm going through this for the third time. I took my fandom out and I looked at it realistically based on how we performed last year.
Okay, I'm government. Give me just one moment.
Go ahead, Bish.
Now, both Oklahoma and Alabama averaged 19.2 rushing attempts per game last year. We know the fact, for whatever reason, our OCs chose not to run the game, not to run the ball. With that premise and knowing what we know from this past year, and you know what we're looking at for this year, when you really look at it, do you really sense remember, we said it, take the fandom out. How many toss-up games do you see? Maybe that's the best way for you guys to understand it. How many toss-up? Because not everything is coming back that you are returning. You are having to be forced by fire because people have to earn it on the fly. They got to prove that they are the starters. So there's a lot on the line that you have to have answered. So you don't know, you want, if you add your fandom, absolutely. Everybody wants their team to go 12-0.
Of course.
But the reality of it, even us, is like John Mateer and our OC, you got to prove it to me because you chose not, when we could run the ball, you chose not to run the ball. And that's a problem because when you get exposed like we did, you have to acknowledge the truth and make sure you answer those questions if you want to be successful in this new season that you have 9 games instead of 8 games and 2 byes. You only got 9 games and you got 1 bye to try to do the same thing and get back in the same playoffs. I just got to be honest.
Not even that, Bishop. You know, that they'll say we'll go 10-2. I'm like, okay, so why would you say 10-2? Who's the 2 teams? Say they name them teams. I'm like, so they're only losing to those teams for what they brought back. They're only losing to those 2 teams that you predicted because of the teams that's coming back, right?
Mm.
You only can say that from what the team that you saw from last year that they're going to play this year, and why they can lose because of the team that's coming back, right? Because if you're not predicating your prediction on the teams that's coming back, wouldn't you say 12-0?
Yeah, I would. I used to do that. Let me just be honest. I used to do that. Oh, 11-1.
Yeah.
J-Dub, tell you the truth, he used to hate when I said that. They going, oh, you going 11-1. I stood on it all last year. 11-1. Me and TP. Hey, that was wishful thinking. You still had to play the games.
But I'm the one insane thinking that we're in the possibility of losing 5 games, because I remember a time we only had 9 rushes for the game from our running backs. Rushing attempts. 9.
Well, we are mirror image. Same here.
Like, what do we mean?
God.
If you couldn't run the ball with the guys that you had last year, but y'all calling for AK Deer, who cares if he's in the game if he ain't getting the ball?
Because the OC is pass run first. Let's see if he changes this year That's why we're saying it, so you can pay attention to see if they have really made a honest, conscious attempt to establish the run.
They didn't change now one time in the season last year. Why would I think that you'll change now?
Oh, mm-mm,
If you didn't change
mm-mm.
during the season, you didn't make no adjustments during the season of last year. Why would I think, oh, okay, we're going to switch it up this year? Why? You didn't do it all season last year or the year before.
Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
I'm getting ready to go on this here because Jeff Stapleton, I was just thinking the same thing. I went back and watched that Natty game.
Yeah, we could have lost that one.
Could have lost that one. We just overpowered Ohio State down the stretch, but they were matching us, man. They were matching us for a minute until we started getting to Justin Fields. It took a minute. He did his number on us. So to be honest, yeah, we could have lost that.
I don't understand. I mean, this is the reason why other podcasts be using the words delusional on fans. I'm like, because you're so embedded into the brand that you love, which you should love. You should love your team. You should brace that everything positive goes with your team. But not everything is positive. Not everything is going to go the way that you want to go. You got to think. If you're saying you've been a fan for so long, then you, by watching the game, you know when your team's about to lose. You know it because you have been a fan. You have seen this before. You know exactly when your team's about to lose. So don't sit there and tell me, oh no, those teams up there who we've been dominating for decades, we're just gonna roll over. I said that last year, and we barely won those games. Barely.
We're gonna see as the world. We're gonna see.
Hey, P. You and someone else was at Eastern Illinois. How many times did you take to run the ball in?
No, three.
One.
Three. At the 1 yard line, 3 times.
You can't get a yard.
Three.
You can't get a yard. A yard.
But always saying is it's not that we're doomsday. We're picking up on what they did. Now they have an opportunity to answer said stuff they did, but they got to do the work. They're in a fire test. You are being tested whether you know it or not. You're coming back with a whole bunch of questions, and it's up to your university to answer them and put you in the best situation.
I don't think they understand that this year some of these teams are going to try to blow us out. Lane Kiffin has got his schedule.
Oh, wait a minute.
Bro.
What did I send you last night, P? About Mr. Dugas.
Yeah.
That boy got our schedule circled.
Listen, not governor. Dwight, I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna let at your own leisure. You kind of chop it up and everything. You'll see what we're talking about with Mr. Douglas. You'll see exactly what we're saying. Because trust me, if you think that what we're being here is not the fact that we're being just fan, we're not being we're still fans, okay? We're still fans. But we're also being realistic as we go. There's this guy, Bishop sent me this last night. There's this guy who's an LSU fan who is giving Alabama the business. I'm talking about the business. And he'll tell you in a heartbeat, yeah, y'all beat us, but on some of his but statements, he says some truth.
Man, he's saying Lane Kiffin about the.
But he said Lane Kiffin is about to just do us. They are waiting on November 7th. They're waiting. They're waiting. They don't care about no other game. That's the game that they want, is the one against Alabama.
Okay. And we play at Louisiana.
Yeah, and we go to Death Valley this year.
Oh, Jesus.
And the last time we went, Bama humiliated them.
Yeah. They waiting for us. I'm telling you.
They humiliated them. And then the other day now, one of their players, one of the guys from the transfer portal that was supposed to have been making a start, seemed like I read Governor and Bishop. He's going to be out for the year.
Damn. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
He's going to be out for the year. He's going to be out. So it's going to be interesting. But the point that I'm bringing up, folks, is this, and we get ready to get out of here. And then we'll pick back up this evening because the day is 2-show day. Everybody's going to, you know what, Bishop? May I quote you?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is going to want their pound of flesh.
That's my thing. Everybody.
Everybody. And you're going to have to be prepared, Bishop, Governor, everybody, to be prepared for that darn phone booth. The flesh, the fight, the phone booth. You've got to be prepared for those three things. Governor said it so eloquently, and I agree wholeheartedly. Just because that's script A, people don't care. This is and listen, is it Ask the World? I think who said it when he said different year. I think that's what he said. Yeah, where he said, As the World said, different year, Governor. That's a two-way street, Ask the World. That's a two-way street. Ask Vanderbilt, they'll tell you. That's a two-way street. Yeah, we went to Vanderbilt a couple of years ago. I'm going to show you a common denominator. For the last 2 years, after Alabama has beaten Georgia, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. For the last 2 years, after Alabama has beaten Georgia, you ain't noticed the trend of Alabama.
Lost to Vandy and then struggled with Vandy.
They trend to Georgia, and then they begin to go up, down, up, down. It begins to be roller coaster. So are you saying that all we can do, all we have in our sights is just Georgia, and everyone else is up, down, up, and down?
Hey, Pete. Can we any longer say that Alabama is everybody's Super Bowl now? Can we say that? Can you really say that now?
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Can we really say that now?
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. Now it's beginning to be, they're our Super Bowl.
There you go. Can't use that narrative. Every type of narrative that we try to use in our favor because we're trying to hold on to the past is being debunked slowly but surely. First is we got the most championships. We have the most ACC championships. Yeah, but you haven't won in a couple of years. Okay. Everybody's going to play us hard because we're Alabama. But everybody's starting to play us close though. Everybody. Not just the top tier teams. We're talking about the below teams are playing us close. Like field goal winning, kicking close.
That's all I'm saying. And so I just went on and just said it. So when we play Georgia, in the 5th game. I think that's how it's going. Say this and we're gonna get out of here. In the 5th game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We played them in the 6th game. So you mean after Georgia we peak, and then we play Tennessee and Texas A&M, and we struggle?
And we got to go to Knox first. Come on,
And
bro.
we got to go to Knoxville this year,
That's
and
your-
we're going back, and then we in November we're going to Nashville,
Come on, bro. Y'all
Vanderbilt.
are not paying attention. Y'all are
In
not.
November we're going to LSU. We're playing LSU. Got 2 road games. LSU, Vanderbilt, back to back. See, yeah, I remember those days when you said Vanderbilt. Ha 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 ha. Not anymore.
Can't do that no more. Well, Pavia's gone. So one player is the team?
Doesn't matter.
One player, the coach is still there. One player is the team.
So all I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, as I get ready to exit the premises, all this conversation, Bishop, Governor, all this conversation, all because Gus Malzahn is now on the selection committee. That's a real kick in the head. And it's shown. It's shown. But Governor, I thank you for your question. And I thank you for reminding me that, when you step back for a minute and you take your fandom out, because I'm about to say something. I've been a fan of Alabama a long time. Well, Bishop, whenever the University I'm going back to the 70s now.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever the University of Southern California came to town, I'm about to let y'all in on a secret. I already put an L by that game.
Yes, sir.
Before the game even started, I had already labeled that a loss. Why? Bama couldn't handle them. Bama just got where they could beat USC. But even in the days of the great, legendary Bear Bryant, USC, he had no answer for. Too much beef on the line and too much speed in the backfield, and those wideouts were something serious and gave our defense fits. And they even came to Bryant-Denny Stadium. We played them everywhere and couldn't beat them. Played them in Alabama, couldn't beat them. So all I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with being realistic. I'm just being realistic. Now, am I putting the L by there? No. By anybody? No. I'm not. But I am saying, based on last year, everybody just say last year, based on last year, and you go into that, if we go into it with that same mindset this year, then yes, I can see 4 losses.
We had high hopes last year.
So I'm just saying, let's be realistic. Take your fandom out. But I'm going back to what Bishop said. But here's your ray of hope. April 11th is coming. Now you get ready to see, even though Bama's playing against each other, now you're getting ready to see questions that you may have. It's going to bring what Governor asked to light. What do you see?
But they can't see it because it's not going to be televised this year.
I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, you have to be there to see it, but it's not being televised.
Right. You get, but I'm just talking for those of us that's gonna be there, you will see. You'll see. And y'all know me. Governor, I'm gonna be realistic. Y'all know me. And that's how that's gonna go. And so with that being said, Governor, pardon the words, bro.
Well, once again, it's a blessing. I woke up this morning. You guys woke up this morning. Even the chat woke up this morning. So that's a blessing to see y'all and interact with y'all. Secondly, this season is stressing me out. It ain't even start yet. Didn't even start yet because I got a lot of questions. We've never gone into the season thinking maybe 6, 7, or 8 games might be a toss-up. We've never done that. Not in this day and age. We've never done that. And we literally legitimately have to go game by game. Before, yeah, we used to say that, but it was like certain teams you'd be like, oh, that's a W, that's a W. No, this year you literally got to go week by week, bro. And that's the situation that we haven't been in. I'm gonna speak for me. I haven't been in to understand where we're going. There's a lot of cons than pros, in my opinion. And it starts with the mentality of this team. Because if we're having this conversation, they should be having this conversation. You have a lot of things stacked up against you right now. Y'all don't have time for anxiety. Y'all don't have time for undisciplinedness. Y'all don't have time for not being committed. If y'all lose either of the first 4 games by at least double digits or just lose, period, that could hinder us going for the remaining of the season. It is what it is. If we're saying the other schools have an out for us, you might as well throw the refs in there too.
Mm. Uh-uh.
But hey, that's just my opinion. Y'all gonna have y'all opinions, and I respect them. I don't have to agree with them, but I respect them. Y'all don't have to agree with mine. You don't even have to respect mine. But I'm different. I look at the painting a little bit different than y'all. But other than that, enjoy your day. I'm gonna hope to try to come on later to see y'all when we'll be at work. But stay healthy, stay blessed. God is good all the
All
time,
the time.
all the time.
God is good.
Yeah, Bishop, pardon words.
Parting words.
Hmm.
The key is when I stated the 2026 season, the NCAA has put everybody on, and if you're going to win the national title, you have to be forged by fire. There was a reason I stated that, because if ever there was parity, this is the season where those who are willing to do the hard work and answer the hard questions and come up with a true foundation and own up to it, and each and every game show forth their fire, will only be the ones to receive in the end. And then on top of that, the stage for the playoffs is now a gauntlet, not just a season. That's what I was trying to let you know. The NCAA has made the playoffs a gauntlet with certain decisions they made. So now ask yourself, certain people are now been added to the committee who decides it. And you're asked, and you don't think that every game matters?
Mhm.
It's time to be truthful, because the truth will set you free. There's work to be done. Nobody's guaranteed anything but Notre Dame. Oh, my bad. But that special team up there in South Bend. The bottom line is our university has a decision to make. What do you choose this day? And whatever you think, you're right. But I know this, I'm thankful to be amongst, but I'm watching very closely, because the question's going to still be there. And if you don't answer them, then you know the answer. And that means you're going to be by the seat of your pants each and every game. Love you guys. Appreciate you, P and Governor. Each and every day I get to share the mic with you guys. And I love this chat, because we can talk about some tough things, but it comes out of love, and we make the best gumbo. second to none. People know that. And pretty soon the world's going to know that. Salute.
Salute, salute, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
All I'm going to say is this right here. We're all fans of our project, respective schools, but we're also realistic. And like I said, it's time to face the music. It's time to face the music. This, regardless of who your squad is, this particular spring for you, for your school, is going, especially if you're SEC, it's going to be a pivotal, important spring. Why? Governor said it. Bishop said it. We're going to a 9-game SEC schedule. You talk about tight, you talk about perfection, you talk about very little room for error. Every week, you got to bring it. So the question is, will you? Will you bring it? Are you going to bring it? And then this evening, we'll probably talk about the depth chart. I'm going to get ready to email some stuff out, and we're going to talk about the depth chart. And everything, something I just saw, something I just got, and I'm going to be emailing it out. And so it's going to be interesting. Go ahead, Bishop.
Hey, P, and hey, chat, you're our family. Think of this. When you're going through this gauntlet, and we both have looked at both of our schedules, and it's 8 games. God forbid if you don't have 33 starters and you get down to 3rd and 4th string people having to finish out that season.
And so that gauntlet is real. And I want to say this to you. For me, I know people have differences, and like Governor said, I respect everybody's opinion. I respect everything. Whether I agree with it or not, I still respect it. But I'm going to say this. For me, Alabama's gauntlet starts week 1. East Carolina. Alabama's gauntlet, I want to see us address some things. That's why I said April 11th is for me is important. I'm not going to just be watching it as a fan, Governor, and Bishop, but I'm going to be watching it as an analyst. I'm watching it from a different set of eyes. And am I going to be microscoping stuff? Yeah, I am. Because it's the little things that'll beat you. Not necessarily the big stuff, but it's the little stuff. And that's where Coach Saban comes in with something that he said, the attention that is paid to detail. So with that being said, there will be a second show, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're going to, I'm going to be on a time schedule. Because as soon as I hop off, I got to go to church. But I'm going to keep my word. Tuesdays and Thursdays, second show. And then we're just going to come with the come on. And we're going to talk about depthness and this, that, and the third. So let's be sure today to have a great day. And just remember to stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. I promise you can. But you also have to trust in the Lord with all your heart. And lean not to your own understanding. And all your ways acknowledge him. He'll direct your path. He'll never steer you wrong. And so with that being said, also, so remember, this kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in and for everybody to get something to eat. And I think that's the focal point right there, is that everybody can get something to eat. Hey, do your good cooking. I guarantee you somebody's going to do some good eating. Piano Man don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about. So with that being said, it's cool to be a fan, but it's even cooler when you are a realistic fan. So until this 4 o'clock Central Standard Time this evening, everybody have a great day. Have a great day because God made you great. And Bishop, Governor, I saw Twister, Coach Carl, thank y'all for showing up. Chat, 401k, to my producer, Dwight, GM, Bino, And to all 401k, and especially to the crew of No Mercy with Stephen Hicks,
Stephen
everybody
Hicks.
with the exception of Alabama, we wish you nothing but the absolute worst. So everybody have a great day. Susan, all of y'all, everybody have a great day. And the Lord willing and the creek don't rise, we'll see you this afternoon at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So with
I love you.
the kitchen is closed until 4. The gumbo chefs are gone until 4. And Piano Man is out until 4. See y'all this evening, and y'all have a great day. Roll Tide.